Hey everyone, today we're going to be swatching the Glamlite Cake palette, so if you want to see swatches, just keep watching. This is the packaging that the palette comes in. It comes in an oven, so the box is an oven. It's really adorable. I don't have room for packaging, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to get rid of this, but the packaging's gorgeous. Glamlite always has some really interesting packaging, but then you open it up and then you have the palette, which obviously looks like a cake, and then you just take it out. They come out of the box really easily, so that's always nice. I am always sad when I have to get rid of cute and interesting packaging, but it is what it is. I can't hoard boxes. And then obviously you guys have already seen the inside, but this is what it looks like. It's pretty. I've wanted this palette since it launched, but I never bit the bullet because I was like, I don't really need this palette. And I wanted to wait until there were multiple items that I wanted because shipping can be decently expensive. So I waited until there were multiple items I wanted and there was a sale. And then I finally picked this up. I love Glamlite's eyeshadow formula, so I knew I wanted to try out the cake palette. You obviously get 20 eyeshadows, 8 of them are shimmers and the rest are matte. You have a decent color story from bright, fun shades to some natural shades, so you could do a natural look if you want. It does also come with a mirror, which has the cake around it, which is kind of adorable, so it does come with a mirror. I typically don't use the mirrors in the big palettes. I prefer having a little mirror so that I can see up closer, but that's just how I prefer to do it. I'll also be comparing the other palettes to this one. I have a couple Glamlite palettes, so I'll do side-by-side comparisons. The first palette that we have to compare is the Glamlite Donut palette. Obviously, there are shades that look semi-similar, but I don't think that they'd be overall similar. But I'll still do some small swatches for you guys. I really don't feel like any of the blues are overall similar. I feel like the blues in this palette are definitely more light in tone than Birthday Cake and Icy Mint. Ooh. I will swatch Blue Raspberry and Sprinkles, but again, I don't think... Oh, well, what do you know? Those are actually kind of similar. I mean, I don't think that they're exact by any means. Maybe they are. Those are pretty darn similar. Let me swatch them on the back of my hand. Tone-wise, they're obviously different. Top is from the donut palette, bottom is from the cake palette. Obviously, they have different tones, and the finish of the donut palette one on top is definitely more glittery, so I would say they're different enough that I like both. As for the purples, I can swatch Grape from the donut palette and Blueberry from the cake palette, but I don't think, they're different tone-wise. So Grape is definitely more warm and Blueberry is more cool, so I'll swatch them on the back of my hand as well. So here we have them. The top is from the cake palette, the top is from the donut palette, bottom is from the cake palette. I honestly prefer the top shade from the donut palette. It's just lighter and more fun. I kind of feel that way about the shimmers. I feel like the shimmers in the donut palette are just a little bit more fun in my opinion, but Blueberry is definitely more of a darker blue tone purple, so no exact dupes or anything between these two. And again, I really don't think that the Paint Pro palette has many similarities with the cake palette. I will swatch Lime and Key Lime, but again, I think they're different tone-wise. Lime is more light and Key Lime is more green. They're pretty, but they're definitely different tone-wise, so No exact dupes or anything like that. Do let me know if you'd like me to do a comparison of swatching all the similar shades in all my Glamlite palettes. I'd love to do a video like that. I did a video like that ages ago when I would purchase from J-Star, so I'd love to do that on brands that are actually, you know, good morally. These two palettes, this is Ice Cream Dream. They don't have, like, any real similarities in my opinion. I feel like all the tones are different enough that there's no reason for me to swatch them. This yellow is way more like of a light yellow, whereas that one's a little bit deeper. I just don't think that there are any real similarities between the two palettes. I'm going to be swatching these basically in color stories, so we're going to do like the light colors to the like brighter colors, I guess. This palette honestly swatched so beautifully. I'm absolutely, just ignore, I kind of rubbed my arm, the eyeshadows off on my arm too much, so they're kind of visible, but honestly, I'm in love with how this palette swatched. It swatched so good. I didn't have issues with any of the shades. Honestly, the shades Dolce de Leche, I thought that was a brown, like an orangey tone brown, but no, it is like a full-on orange, so that's a pleasant surprise. I didn't think that that was an orange, so that's cool. So basically you have two natural shades. You have this brown shimmer and a matte chocolate brown called Chocolate. This shimmer is called Cinnamon, and oh my god, I feel like Glamlite's the only brand that could make me fall in love with the natural eyeshadows. This shade has the most beautiful tones to it. Like, it's a cinnamon shade, but it has pink and green and gold reflex in it. It is absolutely stunning. I honestly think my first look might be a natural look just so I can use the shade all over the lid. Then I have the shade Guava, which in the pan looked really boring to me. I thought it was just going to be like an off pink sort of shade, but no, once again, Glamlite really made just one of the most stunning eyeshadows. It's a pink, but it has gold and pink and like yellow and orange like glitter throughout it. It is absolutely stunning. Like, my camera cannot do this shade justice. It's absolutely beautiful. It is on the more chunky side, but I blended it and it looks really, really pretty. I can't wait to use that one as well. Those two shades are honestly super shocking to me how much I love them, considering I'm not typically one for natural shades, but look at that. It's just so pretty. It just has this beautiful goldy green tone to it. I love it so much. The shade Peach is definitely, it's not what I would think a peach would be. It's definitely more of a reddish tone, orangey shade. I wouldn't call it a peach. When I think of a peach, I think of a color of an actual peach, but I still think it's a stunning shade. It's definitely one of my favorite types of colors, so I like it. Raspberry is this stunning, intense raspberry pink. On camera, it looks more pink, but in person, it has that more raspberry tone to it. Carrot is just this stunning carrot orange with a ton of like beautiful metallicness to it. I didn't think I'd love it as much as I do, but I do. Funny enough, I feel like I like some of the natural shades more than I like certain shimmers, which is kind of crazy. I do feel like I may have issues building it up on the lid as well, but we don't know until we try. I'm really happy with this color story, honestly. I'm also very thrilled with the fact that comparison-wise, Glamlite comes out with some beautiful rainbow palettes that are different from each other, because most brands, there'd just be like a ton of overlap, but not with Glamlite. Glamlite knows what they're doing. Honestly, Glamlite shares my swatches and stuff sometimes, and I literally, like, could die. They're, like, one of the best brands out there, especially for an indie brand. I just love their stuff, and I will continue to purchase all their products. Like, I mean, look at how pretty this palette is. I think out of the entire palette, the most disappointing shade is Key Lime, just because it did need to be built up a few times. Again, swatches don't dictate how eyeshadows work on the eyes, but it needing to be built up just wasn't great. On the back of the palette, I haven't even looked at this yet. It has the ingredients of the eyeshadows, and it has like a little nutrition facts label, which is kind of adorable. And then it says your net weight and all that stuff, and then the website and like the branding info and stuff. So the quality of Glamlite eyeshadows is impeccable. They're definitely one of the best eyeshadow formulas I've ever tried, and I cannot wait to see what else they come out with in 2021. The brand owner did say that she had a lot of launches coming, so I'm very excited. If you were curious, this is usually what the back of my hand ends up look like when I swatch, and like you can just see how stunning these shimmer shades are. I'm just so impressed, and I can't wait to smother these all over my lids, to be honest. I do believe you can use the code GLAM15 to save 15% off on your order. I'd always recommend waiting for a sale because these are permanent products, so you could always wait for a sale and save some money, but I would highly recommend this palette. It's stunning and the quality is really awesome. Let me know down below what color stories you'd like to see me do looks with, so just comment down below, like, if you want me to do purples, blues, if you want me to do a mixture, let me know, and I can definitely do a look with these for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you subscribe, comment down below any videos you'd like to see me do. Go follow my Instagram and TikTok, Makeup by Tasha XO, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.